So at Re-Vana Therapeutics, what we're doing is we're developing a series of implants for the controlled and sustained release of biologics, so large molecules, over a 4 to 12-month period. We believe this is a transformative, very much a differentiated technology. We have verified that this works on the bench and in animal models, in small and large animals. The way we're doing it is we're using photocross-linked biodegradable polymer systems to encapsulate and keep the biologics stable and release them in a controlled first-order manner over long periods of time. We do have multiple strategic partnerships with large pharma, and this time last year we just closed on our Series A. So we have bespoke polymer systems that I say are photocross-linked. That's kind of the core of the technology. We've demonstrated that the large molecules are maintained stable and are potent over the periods of time that they're being delivered. We achieve this by having very high drug loading. So a lot of our implants have up to 50% by mass is the drug itself. And we've run multiple, we're a preclinical stage company, we've run multiple animal studies, and it's key to demonstrate that all of the systems are safe and tolerable, and we believe we've demonstrated that. So there are two categories of implants we're developing. The first, on the left-hand side, is what we call iLeaf or iLeaf SD. SD just stands for super dense. These are preformed implants that are photocross-linked in the manufacturing suite using ultraviolet light. However, when there's a requirement for higher doses, we use Oculeaf, and I'll discuss that technology in a minute. And that involves photocross-linking in situ using visible light, not UV light. There's a shared chemistry across all of our platforms. So the bespoke polymers that we've developed are common to iLeaf and Oculeaf. The way I think about this, there are two sides to the coin when you're doing drug delivery. The first is you've got to get your controlled and sustained release of the medication. But equally important, especially for retinal diseases, for chronic conditions, you have to make sure that the polymer degrades in a timely manner. So, broadly speaking, when we're trying to deliver a protein for 6 months, we require that the polymer is fully resorbed in the body by a 12-month time period. This is some images of the iLeaf implant. This is a 25 gauge, so 6 millimeters in length, about 0.4 millimeters in diameter. These cylinders are not very porous, and that's because we're packing a lot of drug into a very small package. We use this, we're using anti-VEGF drugs at the moment, like aflibercept, ranibizumab. And we use this when we want to deliver sub-microgram doses per day for up to 6 months. Here's some bench data over a 6-month period showing the release kinetics. So about 2/3 to 3/4 of the drug is released over the first 6 months. The rest comes out between 6 months and 12 months. The polymer starts to degrade around 6 months once the medication has been delivered, and it's fully resorbed at the end of 12 months. We have the ability to customize to speed up or slow down either the degradation or the drug release. This is the same data, just cut a different way. These are actually plotted with 3 standard deviations, so it is remarkably consistent from batch to batch. We get the same release kinetics. The red horizontal line is based on published clinical data for aflibercept. This is what we believe is a clinically relevant dose that needs to be delivered. So we're trying to get just the bare minimum released for a long period of time. This is currently in small and animal model studies. This is 6-month data. It's a 25 gauge needle. If we use a larger implant, like a 22 gauge, we'll be able to get this out to 9 months of anti-VEGF medication. For Oculeaf, this is a much more complex product that's in development. We've built this bespoke applicator shown on the left. This is when you want to deliver, still using a 25 or 27 gauge needle, 20 to 50 times larger amounts of drugs. When we want to deliver, say, 10 micrograms per day for up to a year, but we don't want to compromise by using a larger gauge needle, we inject the formulation in its liquid form, and then there's a fiber optic goes down the lumen of the needle, delivers visible light for about 10 seconds, and photocures the implant in situ in the eye. Here I've just plotted some in vitro data of our model protein, that's a Fab-sized protein, and compared it to literature delivery for the surgical implants as vivo. So you can see here over a 1 year period, these are difficult experiments to do, but we're able to get up to 10 micrograms per day delivered. Overall philosophy at Re-Vana is to create a customizable, sustained biological continuum. So depending on the target product profile, we'll go from very small, say 30 gauge preformed implants all the way to Oculeaf, which can deliver up to 15 milligrams over a 12-month period. The strategy in the company is to have both internal assets, so we bring our own assets in that we develop for iLeaf and for Oculeaf. But as I mentioned at the beginning, we also have multiple strategic partnerships with Big Pharma where they send us their drugs and we develop those products for them, both in iLeaf and in the Oculeaf families. It's a team with a lot of experience, not just in ophthalmology, but also in drug delivery and in biodegradation, which we think is really key to getting that right to get ultimate approval. This audience will recognize a lot of the names here on our scientific advisory board. We're very fortunate to have so many experts. And, 2023 was a year that we transitioned the company from being an academic institute into a biotech. As I said, we closed the Series A last year. We're very happy to have, InFocus, Excite, and Visionary Ventures as our partners. And just to wrap up about our value proposition, the vision is to create over the coming years this customizable, sustained biological continuum. And I look forward to either myself being back next year or the CEO, Michael O'Rourke, to give an update on our progress. And we are raising a Series B in 2024. Thank you.